Yeah, g'day, Bush Camping Tools here. Well, I've got something a little bit different here. This is a knife, and it's actually really difficult to get out of the pack, out of the scabbard. This is not a great start. Well, that's just not wanting to come undone. Right, so I've just been trying to get this breast stud undone on there, and usually I find with breast studs they either come undone too easily, or in this case they don't come undone at all. And I've been really putting a lot of force into this to get that undone, and that's not a good sign. There you go, that came undone there. Okay, so that's just way tight, and maybe that will get better in the future, but that's too tight. But anyway, let's look at the knife which is inside this scabbard. We'll come back to the scabbard in a minute. Okay, right, so what came to me this morning was this knife. This is called the Celtibero, or the Celtibero, and it's a sabre grind drop point. This is flat ground, just this bit here, but it's not full flat. It's a sabre drop point. MOVA steel, supposedly. It's not engraved anywhere on here. Mikata handle. I've got to say quickly, the handle's very grippy. I've liked the grind in the handle. It's very grippy, and it feels good. You've got some aggressive jimping up here for the thumb. And the brand name, what is this brand name? AGEO, made in Spain. So okay, straight away, this knife is actually made by another company, and I'll put the name down the bottom for this knife. This is a knife distributor, actually, AGEO, and they're trying to make inroads here for one in Europe. They're outside of Spain. Right, so let's talk about a couple of things straight away. Well, it feels good in the hand. It looks okay. Was it sharp out of the box? It was pretty sharp, except towards the tip. I found the tip not so sharp. I quickly touched the tip there, which I was a little disappointed that was not so sharp, but it's nail biting sharp now, and that just took a couple of minutes there on that. What else? Some of these anchoring Allen bolts in here were rusty. Okay, so I don't want to, these are like pre-rusted, let's see. So that had some rust in it, this one here. And it was also burred, like you couldn't put a driver into it because the edges of the hexagonal edges were worn away, so I wasn't too keen about that. But other than that, the handle looks well made. And let's take a look at some of the things. I'll use this knife now and see how it handles, okay? Now this is a bit of pretty seasoned hazel. Is it hazel? Yeah, it's hazel. So it's pretty hard, but let's take a closer look at this. So how comfortable is it like this? It's pretty comfortable. Can't fault that. Cuts okay. And remember, this is hazel. This is not some softwood. Feels okay. No gloves on. Plenty of grip. Let's hold it a bit differently. Hold on, there's a bit of a knot. You see that there? Let's. Okay. See how we go with this. Bit knotty there. Let's just try this. What does this show really? Well, the knife is thick enough. It's 5 mils to baton with, so it's really, that's no problems. We're going to have a look at it carving in a second. careful, don't want to hit that rock. Okay, so it does that okay like that. Let's move on. See that? Into hardwood, which is this is a cherry. The knife swings okay, it's a small knife, it's got a bit of weight in it. No shock through the hand, feels comfortable. Now this model, I should say, the model itself has been around for a long time, but AGEO has started getting it produced. Their slight version of it, they say the handle is different here than the one made by CDA, so which this is made by CDA, and I'll put the details of that on the bottom. They're just getting it made under their brand. AGEO. Okay, so you see that there? Yeah. Carves okay, no hot spots in the hand, and this is very hard wood because it's cherry. Okay, let's just chop that point off there because see what I can do with this. Hold on, can you see that there? Not going to quite, hasn't got the weight to go through that, of course. Right, okay. So let's have a look. Is this still sharp? After that, now binding sharp. Right, there you go, you can hear that. Let's see. That is still now biting sharp. Okay, let's move on. There it goes, right? Okay. So yeah, easy. Pretty aggressive on a fire still. Can you see that there? Only use it in an emergency, but anyway, let's get this fire going. I've got that there. Don't want to waste that. Nice and easy through that. All right. Found this bit of timber on a beach. I don't know what it is, but okay. Let's get this on here. See that? Okay, so some veg food preparation. We're just going to chop up some onions here. Check that on the fire in a minute. All right. Let's just get some onions because they're nice. You see that? Check that on the fire. Alright, how are we going to go? Some onions. You see this here? That cuts that up nicely. Alright, okay, see this? Looks like a good camp knife. Put some oil in there, come on. That'll do. Okay, so we've got the scabbard that the knife came with. It's got a fire steel thing on there, and so standard fire steel kind of fits in there. This fire steel didn't come with it. This is just mine, you know, so it's pretty tight in there. You can always loop that around there with a bit of shock cord. It had a little pouch in here. Not really good for a penknife or anything, maybe a sharpening stone because it's pretty small in there like that. As I said, the leather's stitched together fairly well. You've got a belt loop here, generous belt loop. You've got a loop here. You know, you can put your belt horizontally through there like that. You could carry it like this as well. I didn't like the press stud is incredibly difficult to remove from here. So I don't, it's not easy to get undone, which is a bit of a, yeah, that's come undone there like that. So you're going to have a bit of trouble with that. Hopefully that's just a one-off thing. Knife comes easily out of there like that. Okay, you see that there? Right, it's a very good grip, very comfortable. I've got to say it's extremely comfortable for a Mikado grip on there. And yeah, I don't have a problem with this aggressive jimping on here with my thumb. Tough skin on the thumb. 5mm thick, as I said. It's, yeah, I think it's a good camp knife, absolutely. AGEO, I'll put it down the bottom, as I said already, the actual manufacturer, because these are just distributors of this knife, the Celtibero, and yeah, I think it works quite well. It's a very good design. Okay, bush camping tools here. Right, so there. Oh, that bread is just, whoa, too much toast. That's all right, that's the toast. Right, let's have a look at this here. Oops, you see that? Look at that. Let's cut some of this off. Oh, look at that, top dollar, huh? You see that? Just push that off there like that and cut it off.